And the Checka Pro Radio Show starts now.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back to the Checka Pro Radio Show. It is so great to have you here. I am Checka Pro Joe. Before I get into the program, I've got a special guest, by the way, though, and we've got some really, really neat offerings today here on Checka Pro Radio. Before I forget, the best way to reach me is by email, and that email address is joe@checkapro.com, joe@checkapro.com. Checkapro.com. Happy holidays, everybody. Christmas is coming up, which is fantastic. It's going to be welcome this year because of the crazy COVID-19 year we've had. And by the way, it's almost been one full year. But the reason why I mention that is I have a guest in the studio today, and we're going to be talking about ways to save money while you're at home and be more comfortable in your home. I will introduce him in just a moment. If you don't have our free $25 VIP club card, you need to get it. With over 100 pre-qualified home service providers at Checka Pro, I've checked out all these contractors, their licenses, insurance, and references. You'll save $25 on each and every one of them, and you can use it over and over again. So if you use it 2 or 3 times, it'll be worth $50 to $75 and so forth. As I say, if you use it 1 million times, it'll be worth $25 million. For a limited time, you can get it free by going to checkapro.com. Also, you will be automatically entered in to the $100 Home Depot shopping spree, and we have one lucky winner each and every month. As a matter of fact, Patricia was our winner for November, and I just spoke to her recently, and she won it. So there you go. Checkapro.com is our website. Time to introduce my guest here in the studio. It is Tom, the Attic Fanatic. We are going to be talking about saving money in your home and being more comfortable in your home. You've heard him here before on the Checka Pro Radio Show. He was on not long ago. By popular demand, we're bringing him back. Tom.
Popular demand. I don't know if I've ever been popular, but yeah, I'll take it.
No, we had a lot of people inquire saying, hey, I was listening and I wish my wife was listening at the same time because those deals that Tom the Attic Fanatic was giving out sounded almost too good to be true. They all actually do sound too good to be true, but they're real. But, I mean, they're tight for you guys, as far as margin, but, you get so much business from all the things that you do. It works out.
Exactly. And this time of year, it's a little slower just because of the weather. People think, well, my attic's not hot today, so maybe I don't need a solar fan or insulation. But then it gets real cold out. They're like, well, maybe we do need some of that insulation. So let me give these guys a call. And we come out, we'll do a free attic analysis. And that's kind of what the show was about today. We'll talk about some different things that improve your energy efficiency of your house, make your house more comfortable. So we come out, we'll do a free attic analysis. 60-70% of all of your energy loss can be lost just through your attic. So that's why we really focus on attics. So at Koala Insulation, that's what we focus on is insulation and ventilation. And we'll get into some of the details of that in just a few minutes. And we got some really good specials, especially by the end of the year. If you can get this done by the end of the year, because there's some tax credits that go along with some of the stuff as well, really help reduce your overall kind of out-of-pocket cost.
26% tax credit.
Exactly.
That's what it is now.
Yep.
Back when you got on my roof with your tiger feet, your cougar paws.
Cougar paws. Yeah, the roofing boots. Like a cat.
Your cougar paw. I knew it was something with cats. Okay, cougar paws. You got up there, I don't know, two years ago now, I think, roughly, give or take, somewhere in there.
Yeah, a couple years.
Okay.
Yep.
And you got on your ladder. You whipped up onto the roof real quick. You installed the solar attic fan. Back then, though, by the way, I love it. And we'll get into the details of that thing. That's just like the freaking Cadillac. Okay,
that's the cat's pajamas to go along with the cougar
cat's pajamas. It's the Cadillac product at the Chevy price.
That's right.
And what's great about it is I got a 30% federal tax credit. Why is it now 26%? What happened?
They just lowered it. So next year will actually be 22%. So they're kind of reducing it a little bit. Because I think because of the solar costs have come down, so they've reduced some of these credits. But actually, you spend less money up front, so actually it's even a better time to buy them now than it was a couple years ago because the fans and solar products were more expensive than they are now. There's better deals on these products, so it actually makes more sense now than it did a few years ago.
And if they get one of the solar attic fans between now and the end of the year, which is
it's coming up quick,
approaching fast, then they'll be able to save 26% on the cost of the fan and the installation. That's all bundled together.
Yeah, so that's a little over about $200 extra discount on top of the discount that we're giving. So
good. Well, let's talk about that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to talk about the attic and attic insulation. You and I have talked about attics many, many times here on the radio show, and I believe that the quickest and most inexpensive way to get a quick result is in the summer or the winter is adding more insulation. Is that true?
That's exactly true. Yeah, insulation what it does is it holds the heat or cold in your house. So if it's a cold winter's day and you heat up the house, the insulation keeps it in the house. So now the furnace doesn't keep kicking back on. So that's how you can save 50, 60, 70% of your energy cost by keeping what you've spent the money on to cool the air. So say it's 95 degrees in the summer and you got your house at 70 and the attic's 120, that's a lot of heat that's trying to get into your house. So the insulation will separate that. And the more insulation you have, the longer that heat takes to get into the house or for the cool to actually leave the house. So the thicker the insulation, the more efficient the house becomes. So we bring everything to 13, 14 inches of insulation, which is an R38. 6 inches is about what normally most houses have unless they were built in the last few years. So if it's a newer house, we look at more of the ventilation. But if it's 5 years old or older than that, we look at the insulation because it can settle and then just upgrading it. But if it's over like 10 or 15 years old, it probably never was insulated properly. So that definitely needs an upgrade. Add more insulation makes a lot of sense.
Koala Insulation. It's an insulation company, and Koala does more than just attics. They can do walls and other spaces as well. Primarily in the insulation business, primarily existing homes and new homes, some new build and some commercial applications. But on today's show, because my listeners are homeowners and they generally already in a home that needs to be fixed, if in terms of their insulation, we're going to talk about the attic more than anything else because it's the easiest thing. Number one, heat rises, and that's where you're going to lose a lot this time of year. And also, it's easy access. To get into the walls is a little more complicated. So the attic is open, very quick and easy. Can't you guys at Koala be in and out of an attic by adding 6, 8, 10 inches within an hour and a half to 2 hours in most instances?
Yeah, usually it's a couple-hour job. Normally we schedule 2 jobs a day. We'll do one in the morning and one in the afternoon, just depending on what they're getting. Because by the time we get out there and get all the equipment out, we put depth gauges in, we check the baffles, make sure the soffit vents aren't clogged up. We put a stairway insulator in. We do everything, that kind of prepping the attic for insulation. That could take an hour or even 2 hours, depending on how tricky the attic is. And then to put the insulation in is usually just like maybe an hour or so to actually blow the insulation in. I guess it'd be like a painter when they come out. They might spend a half a day just prepping your kitchen or something to paint it. And then it's like, how'd they paint it so fast? But it seemed like nothing was happening until they started painting. But there's a lot of prep that goes into it to do it right. So we always say we do it right the first time. Let's come out, make sure you have everything correct. Like I said, we'll put the depth gauges in so you know where the insulation is going to be. We do that for a few reasons. One, for the homeowner, but then if you sell the house, inspector goes up there and he looks and says, oh yeah, everything is up to code. You don't need to add any more insulation. You get kind of a clean bill of health from them. So it helps pay for that. So you might spend money today on insulation. You're going to get energy savings over time while you're living there. But then when you go to sell the house, it actually increases the value of the house significantly. They say it's about 110% return on investment on insulation. So when you go to sell the house, so say you spend $1,000 on insulation, really the house actually is worth $1,100 more. So, and you get all the comfort as well.
We're going to be going to break soon. I want to give out your phone number if anybody wants to get a hold of Tom the Attic Fanatic, Koala Insulation. He'll be able to answer questions for you. He's got a deal coming up in the next segment. Also, Tom from Koala Insulation is offering a free attic analysis. You can be one of the first. How many you want to give away?
Usually we do like 6 of those.
6. Okay. Yeah. So that's what you did last time. 6, free attic analysis. I'm about to give out the phone number. Before I do, what is in the free attic analysis? What are you looking for?
So we come out, we'll look at the insulation, see how much you have. We'll get a measurement, see how thick it is, and then what you need to bring it up to an R38. And then we'll also get a measurement of the overall attic. We'll look at the ventilation, make sure the soffit vents are good. You have enough of them; they're clear. We'll also look at the exhaust ventilation on the top side. Make sure that if you have enough ridge venting or turbines or whatever you have, and see if you need any more ventilation.
Hold on. You're not charging for any of this, right?
Nope, that's all part of the attic analysis. That's why we only do about 6 a week from the show, because we try to people will call this weekend, and then we'll schedule them up this week and hopefully get them done. If they're doing some ventilation, get that done by the end of the year, so they can get the extra tax credit. So time is kind of the essence with the solar ventilation as well.
Yeah, and I really can't stand it, but I know that you've brought a deal here for attic insulation, and I'm looking on your little sheet over there. I'm cheating. Is it really going to be 99 cents today?
Yes. So the 99 cents, we'll do a 6-inch ad.
Wow.
So we'll just measure your attic and we'll get you the square footage and that. So 99 cents, normally $1.25 an inch. So you save 26 cents an inch.
Okay. 6 people will get that deal, and 6 people will get the free attic analysis, right? Okay. 281-677-3080. 281-677-3080. Call right now. Tom won't be available, but someone will answer the phone. We'll be right back right after this on Check Up Pro Radio. Stand by.
Don't have your new $25 VIP gift card yet? Get it now, free at checkapro.com. Missed part of today's radio show? No problem. Go to checkapro.com to hear the podcast of all our radio programs. Checkapro.com.
Do you have dirty shower doors? Do you want your dishwasher to last longer? How about your refrigerator, ice maker, and water heaters? If your water is hard, you need a water softener to soften your water. The owner of Environmental Protec, Robert, will come out to your home for a no-obligation free water test. They have a fantastic water softener that only costs $1,899. It's a special Check-A-Pro deal. Why pay $4,000, $5,000, or even $6,000 from a competitive product? For a limited time, Environmental Protec is offering a free 5-stage reverse osmosis drinking water system with the purchase of the water softener. That's just crazy. It's a $799 value. You get a free 5-stage reverse osmosis drinking system. The deal gets better, though. 1 year of free salt. There's a 7-year warranty on the water softener. You'll get a free water test, and of course, you're going to get the free 5-stage reverse osmosis drinking water system at your sink in your kitchen. Only 5 of my listeners will get this deal. You've got to call now. 281-764-1928. That's 281-764-1928. Remember, only 5 of my listeners can get this deal right now. So call right now. 281-764-1928. There is no obligation. 281-764-1928. That's 281-764-1928. Call now.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.
Check-A-Pro Joe here. My friend Russell Metzler is the owner of Gas Product Services. You've heard Russell on my radio show. With 3 decades of experience in gas products, Russell from Gas Product Services is your guy. Gas Product Services sells, services, and installs gas grills, gas lights, gas logs, and all types of outdoor recreational gas products. If you want to build an outdoor kitchen or backyard fire feature, Gas Product Services can do that as well. They service all brands of gas grills, lights, and logs, as well as direct vent fireplaces. They can help you select the right products for your backyard project, and they service a broad area from the Bay Area to Conroe. In the fall months, schedules fill up fast, so call today for an annual servicing of your fireplace or other gas products. Go to their website at gasproductservices.com or check them out at checkapro.com. Be sure to ask for your $25 Check-A-Pro VIP Club discount. Call Russell today at Gas Product Services, 281-408-4154. That's 281-408-4154.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show, sponsored by checkapro.com. What are the latest services, products, and techniques? The pros check in here. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Check-A-Pro Joe.
And thank you very much. I would like to thank all of my listeners for tuning in each and every single week. Thank you so much. I am Check-A-Pro Joe. I love what I do. I tell people that I think I'm the luckiest man here in Houston because I get to help you, the homeowner, find what we call pre-qualified home service providers by checking their insurance, licenses, and references. One of our pre-qualified home service providers is Koala Insulation. And if you need insulation for your house, anywhere in your house, they can do it. 281-677-3080. I have got Tom, the Attic Fanatic, here in the radio studio talking about insulation. How are you doing, Attic Fanatic?
Good. I feel like I need to change my shirt and put Attic Fanatic underneath there as a slogan.
Well, maybe.
Like quotes.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like it.
I came up with that.
No, it's good. I kind of am a fanatic about it, though. So it actually,
it's
like, oh, it fits.
It's fitting, yeah. It's an Attic Fanatic. Koala Insulation, 281-677-3080. Keep that number handy. You're going to want it, especially if you want to get a free attic analysis or a really great deal on attic insulation and also a solar attic fan, which, by the way, the government's going to basically give you 26% back on it.
Yeah, 26% of the fan and the install price.
And
so
install
it's about
price.
a $200 credit backwards. And you get that, for 2020, but you're going to get that in just the next few months back on your taxes. So it's a quick turnaround. If you did this like in January, you'd have to wait an extra year to get that credit back. Still going to get it, and it won't be quite as good next year. So now's the time to do it.
And you know what's nice about that too is it's not a rebate where you have to wait for the government to send you a check. You basically have your accountant do it at tax time. You basically take the money.
Yeah,
you don't give them the money. Now, unless you've already given them too much, then they will send you a check for everything they owe you.
Yeah, I've had people say, well, I don't really want to do the tax credit. It's too much paperwork. I mean, all you got to do is, if you have an accountant, give them the invoice, the receipt, and they'll take care of it. Simple. And then if you do it yourself, TurboTax or
it's all built in.
H&R Block, whatever. It's easy. Just ask you a couple questions and boom, boom, boom. And how much did you pay for it? And you put it in there, and that's it. You get your credit. So I always say, just do it. All of the paperwork is when we do the job, we leave you the paperwork, so it's super easy to do. There's a little tax statement, but there's really no paperwork. It's simple. So get it done.
Yep.
If you get one.
So if you're listening and you have issues in your home right now, here we are. We've got some cool weather this time of year. We're in the holiday season. It's cool. And you remember from last year and the previous year that you have certain rooms that just are harder to keep warm. It's kind of like cold in that room. Why is that? It may be because it's not properly insulated. Probably more likely it's not properly insulated than the opposite in the summertime where it might be too warm. There could also be a ventilation issue. That's not quite the issue right now. With the temperatures that we're having now, it's most likely a lack of insulation issue,
right,
or poor windows, or no heat at all, or not proper ductwork. I mean, there's all kinds of things, but it's easy for Tom and his crew to come out and do a quick free attic analysis. 6 people on the show today who are listening today, listeners, will have a chance for Tom and or his crew to come out and take a look at your attic. The free attic analysis, go into some detail.
Yes. So we'll come out, we'll take a look at the attic. So overall, we'll kind of look at everything. We'll look at your ductwork, make sure there's nothing come loose. I've seen where panels have come loose on the air conditioning system, and it's something we can fix while we're there. It's not a big deal. But then we look at the insulation, kind of crawl through the attic. So we don't just put our head up there and say, you're good, you're bad, or whatever. We actually go look around and see what's going on. Because a lot of times there may be an area in the back that's never was insulated properly, or there was some squirrels, something happened.
Because the builder just doesn't care.
Yeah, they made the builder, or maybe it was remodeled at some point and before you bought it, and there was a ceiling came down and there was no insulation, all kinds of different things. Maybe a patio was converted over to like a bedroom or a living space, and there's no insulation over that. You'd be surprised all these different things you see. 2 stories where they've got like a shaft that goes down from the attic all the way down to the first floor, and none of it, like the insulation has fallen down in that opening, and now that whole thing is exposed and it's just radiating cold air all the way around that, all the way down through the house. All kinds of issues. So we take care of that and look at it and see what the diagnosis would be while we're there. So and then we'll get the actual depth of the insulation. We'll get a measurement on the square footage of the attic. We'll get you a cost, what it would cost to do the insulation. If you need 6 inches, 8 inches. If you don't have any, in some areas, maybe 13 or 14 inches. So we'll get you an exact quote while we're there, do it on the spot. And then if you like it, we'll schedule it up. And usually we get it done within a week or so, get the job actually completed and get it done, get it taken care of, and get it done before the holidays, or during the holidays. A lot of people are off. And like, what's a good time to do it? We're going to be home. So this is a good time of year. And plus we could spend a little more time in the attic while we're there doing the analysis, but actually doing the work too, because we're not in such a hurry, because it's not 130 degrees in your attic. It's easy now.
No, absolutely. And not only is it cooler to do it, not only it's a good time because people are around during the holidays.
Exactly.
You have a fantastic deal go into this.
So for the insulation part of it, let me explain one thing real quick. We do a attic stairway insulator. It's part of our insulation package. Normally we charge $299 for the insulator that insulates the attic stairway that goes up into the attic, and it really completes the job. So that's a $299 value. So what we're doing with the insulation deal today is normally $1.25. Sales price is 99 cents a square foot. So this is for a 6-inch ad. So this will go on top of the insulation that you have. That usually does a really nice job. If you need a little bit more, we can work that out. But this is give you a general idea. So 99 cents a square foot. And then we also throw in the free stairway insulator. So some kind of quick math. If you had a 2,000 square foot 2-story house, your attic's going to be generally about 1,000 square feet. So that normally would cost $1,250, and then plus the stairway insulator, which is $299. So it's $1,549, and that's what the normal price would be. With our special today, that would only be $990 because the insulator is going to be free, and the insulation is discounted from $1.25 to 99 cents if we get that done by the end of the year. So It's a great value now.
That's over $500.
Yes. I know. I had to write it down because it's like, that is a good deal.
And as a
better than I thought it
percentage,
was.
it's a huge percentage.
Yes.
Off.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. And so you're going to allow 6 of our listeners to get this. But I will say, and I've said this before, if you're not ready for it, don't waste Tom's time. Just put his number down on your phone and call later, because we want the 6 people who can do it to take advantage of it this year.
Exactly. Yeah, I've had people say, well, we held off, we didn't call you, but we called you, let's call me in March when they're ready. Mm-hmm. Maybe they got tax money coming in or whatever. Sure. Everybody's got a different situation. But if it's close, we're pretty easy to work with. Give us a call, we'll come out, and we always say we make it work. So.
Okay, so call now. 281-677-3080, 281-677-3080. No obligation, by the way. Someone from Koala Insulation will come out to your home, and it'll probably be Tyler, it could be Ben, could be Sean.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4, so it depends where you live. So we each kind of work a different little area of Houston area so that we're not driving from League City up to Huntsville, one day. So we kind of each work our own areas.
Yeah, exactly. So give a call, 281-677. Could be Ray.
Could be. Yep, there's 4 of us. It could be.
Could be.
But we all always give you the same estimate and do the same job. So.
281-677-3080. No obligation. Free phone call, by the way, 281-677-3080. Only 6 people will get this. Quickly go over that deal again. It's the free attic analysis. I'm actually going to help you along with this, Tom.
Start with that.
Because I'm excited. Yep. And then a free attic stairway insulator if they get attic insulation. And you're going to add how many inches for what price?
So 6-inch ad, normally $1.25 for 99 cents. So less than $1. So it's easy for people to figure if you got 1,000 square feet attic, $1,000. If it's 2,000 square foot, 1-story, it's about $2,000. And that's going to come with the free stairway insulator. So generally these projects will pay for themselves in a 2 to 3 year kind of return on investment. But with the resale value, that's day one. Comfort, most people say, you know what, I think this insulation paid for itself day one because the house is so much more comfortable. And that's really the main thing. People just want to be comfortable and save money on their energy bills. And if they need insulation, they're going to need it when they sell it, and the inspector, they're going to make them do it anyways on an inspection report. So I would say just do it now. It's not one of those things you really should wait for. It'll pay for itself.
The ROI is huge. It's not that expensive to do as a home improvement. It's quick and easy. You guys are in and out within an hour and a half, 2-3 hours, depending upon the attic. I always like to say this. If you have a 2,000 square foot house and it's 2 stories, your attic's probably about 1,000 square feet. So a lot of people don't know how big their attic is, but just figure if you live in a 2,000 square foot house, like Tom had said, that's a 1-story, your attic's about 2,000 square feet. 2,000 square foot house, that's 2 stories, it's probably going to be roughly 1,000. Or go up there with a measuring tape. Good luck. Do not fall through the ceiling.
Right.
And but even if you don't want to do any of that, call and someone will come out and they'll measure it for you at no obligation, and there's no cost for the free attic analysis. It's a great deal.
Yeah, it's best just to call and we'll come out and get an exact measurement, and then we'll see. Maybe you only need 3 or 4 inches of insulation, so we have to see how many inches you actually have in the house currently, and then we'll see what we need to bring it up to, and that's what the price will be based on. But we'll give you a discount on any of the insulation, no matter what the depth is with the special. So, and then with our free attic analysis, so definitely. Oh, and then also, I've got a question. We'll do it after the break, but think about this, Joe. Which one of these home improvements will save you the most on energy bills? So think about this during the break. All new Energy Star appliances, Energy Star windows, all new LED lighting, or insulation. Ponder that.
I will.
Missed part of today's radio show? No problem. Go to checkapro.com to hear the podcast of all our radio programs. Checkapro.com.
Dennis Prager here. I love a good story. This is a story about a guy who just got fed up with contractors. Jim Clouk, a.k.a. Check-A-Pro Joe, started Check-A-Pro 15 years ago to solve a problem for himself. The problem? How to find a quality home service provider in Houston. Since 2005, Jim has made his proprietary list of pre-qualified home service providers available to his radio show listeners on his free website, checkapro.com. Just go to checkapro.com. You'll find names, phone numbers, affiliations, and license numbers, everything you need to feel confident about hiring a contractor and getting your project done right. From air conditioning repair to window replacement, you'll find them all at checkapro.com and sign up for the free $25 VIP club card. This is a special deal for radio show listeners. Hang on to it and use it every time you hire a Check-A-Pro contractor. You can use it multiple times. Get your free VIP club card at checkapro.com.
How does your fence look? Looking old, sagging, rotting, or just falling down? Check-A-Pro Joe here. Affordable Custom Fence is your answer. Affordable Custom Fence is a pre-qualified service provider here at checkapro.com. From wood picket fences to wrought iron gates and fences, Affordable Custom Fence can do it all. Call them now at 832-384-9725. That's 832-384-9725. Or check them out at checkapro.com.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show.
How's your front door looking? Faded? Dried out? Lost its color? Well, that's normal wear and tear here in the Houston heat and humidity. Check-A-Pro Joe here to let you in on a little secret. That secret? It's sturdy doors. My friend Julian Stern from Sturdy Doors Front Door Refinishing can bring your old wood door back to life. Your standard 6-foot 8-inch wood front door can be refinished for only $299. Call now and get a $50 discount voucher towards upgrades. This is a great deal. Under $300 to get your wood front door refinished. The refinishing is done on site in less than 1 day, and you'll get a $50 savings voucher. This is fantastic. Call Sturdy Doors now for your free $50 discount voucher. Call Sturdy Doors at 281-377-4945. That's 281-377-4945. Or simply check them out at checkapro.com.
Hello?
Hi, honey. I love our new home, but it needs work.
No problem. Just go to checkapro.com. Look up what you need by category. This site pre-qualifies service providers.
Pre-qualifies?
Yeah, Checkapro checks references on all its members.
Okay, let's see. Home remodeling, roofers, garage door repair, and landscapers. Oh, look, I can email the companies right from their profile. That must be Check-A-Pro.
From AC repair to window replacement, Check-A-Pro is your source for pre-qualified service providers.
This is the Check-A-Pro Radio Show, sponsored by checkapro.com. What are the latest services, products, and techniques? The pros check in here. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Check-A-Pro Joe.
And we're back here on Check-A-Pro Radio. I talk about this all the time, but it's very simple, everybody. Get your free $25 VIP club card. It's a discount card you can use with our Check-A-Pro pre-qualified home service providers, our contractors. It's absolutely free right now. Just go to checkapro.com, fill out the form. We'll also enter you in for a chance to win a $100 Home Depot shopping spree. In November, Patricia won it. I say November. I don't give out last names, by the way, but she won. It was for November. We always draw on the first of the month. So December 1st, we drew. And Patricia won, and she was very pleased. As a matter of fact, she's actually going to be on the show because I like to put our winners. So if you're thinking of entering and you think you're going to win, then you understand you're going to be on the radio because I like to put our winners on the radio because it's fun. So in any case, you'll be entered in for that, and we give that away every single month. We also send out our free printed directory of all of our contractors as well. They're listed on our free website at Check-A-Pro, but they're also in the printed directory you'll get as well. My guest, Tom, the Attic Fanatic, is here representing Koala Insulation, and we're talking about how to save money and be more comfortable in your home. And Tom had a question for me, and I wrote it down. He said, which one of these home improvements will save most of my energy bills, and what were the choices?
Energy Star appliances.
Yeah, that's good.
Windows, new windows, and LED lighting or insulation. So basically, we're saying which one of these would be the bang for your buck, I guess.
So
you know why I'm here, so it's probably not too hard to figure out.
I'm not the brightest bulb in the room. Let me see. So Energy Star appliances, those are good, and we should have those because they'll save us money.
Right.
Okay.
And if you need to replace appliance, might as well get an energy efficient one. But I wouldn't rip out all your appliances for that.
Yeah. Okay. Would I rip out my windows?
I don't know. I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, so windows could be it. All new LED lighting. That's a good one, especially the ones that keep the gaps covered. You know, they have the seals built in now, so that's good for the can lights. For
Right.
can light,
kind of insulates the can.
But I'm going to go with insulation.
Bing, 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 winner. Yes. So insulation. So basically, just came from the energy department. It says the insulation will save you over 600 times more energy each year than all of the other home improvement there combined. So insulation
seems unbelievable.
It just seems crazy.
600 times.
I don't know how they're figuring that, but I did put windows in my house and I didn't see much savings. Maybe a little more comfortable around the windows when you're standing by them.
Yeah.
And probably the appliances, I don't know, probably a little bit better. But, I mean, we're probably talking about a few dollars a year. I mean, really per appliance. It's not that much. But the insulation is huge because you can save, they say 20 to 30% just by adding extra insulation to your attic. I mean, it makes a big difference. So if your house is insulated properly around the walls, the attic, everything is insulated properly. Can you imagine if you didn't have any insulation, what your energy bills would look like? So, yeah, insulation is number one. And another couple little tidbits is insulation never stops working. So once you put insulation in, there's no mechanical, there's nothing to go wrong.
No moving parts.
There's no moving parts. The only thing is, maybe you don't have enough and it needs to be upgraded and it can settle a little bit over time. So some of the, newer homes and stuff, you've had some settling, there could be some gaps, things like that. But it never stops working. It's like, that's pretty cool. I mean, I got this all from the energy department. And because you said you wanted some little tidbits for the show today. I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. It actually never stops working. It makes a lot of sense. So insulation, number one. Ventilation, you got to have good ventilation in your attic. That's number two. So those are the two things that we really work on, is making that proper. If you have great ventilation, great insulation, the house becomes super efficient.
281-677-3080. Tom the Attic Fanatic is in here. Koala Insulation is the insulation company that you should really call to come out and take a free look-see in the attic, right? A free attic analysis.
See what's going on.
And no obligation, and they have a great deal, ordinarily $1.25 per square foot for how much of an ad? 6-inch?
6-inch ad.
A 6-inch ad.
Yep.
Which is typical. If you need a little bit more, then the price goes up just a little bit. But it's on sale now for 99 cents.
Yeah, 99 cents, and we'll throw in the free stairway insulator. So it's about a $1,550 value based on just 1,000 square feet. And if you do need more than 6 inches, I mean, you're talking just a few pennies more to go up like an inch each inch. It's not that much more.
You're already out there.
We're already there. You're only going to pay for the product at our cost. You're not paying for any more labor because we're already there. It doesn't take another 10 or 15 minutes to blow a couple more inches in there. So it makes sense to go ahead and get it done while we're there. So a lot of times what we'll do is we'll give customers a price on the 99 cents for the 6 inches. And if they say, well, maybe I want to add 10 inches, what does that look like? We'll give them a price for that as well. And they'll still get the free stairway insulator. A lot of times they'll find, you know what, it's only $100, $200 more. It wasn't a big deal.
Sure.
Let's just go ahead and add the 10 inches. I think that's what we need. It's our forever home. We want to do it right and be done with it.
And while you're out there, just do it right. 281-677-3080. We're about halfway through the program, and we're about halfway through the available appointments because I just heard from our producer that 3 are left.
Nice. So, some people taking advantage. Yeah.
Some people are. So,
and the nice thing, if you're thinking about doing something in your attic, basically what you're calling for is the free attic analysis. You're not committing to buying anything.
No.
When we get out there, I mean, our closing rate's super high because they want it. We don't try to sell people stuff. We just show them what's available, and then they just buy. They want it. So it makes a lot of sense.
Well, sure. That's why I like to have you on the radio program, because you are the Attic Fanatic. You have a lot of years of experience in insulation, in ventilation, in keeping people's homes comfortable and saving them money. And I find when I have you on the program, we have a lot of people interested in hearing the program because it's so educational. And then they realize, well, wait a second, I do have a hot spot. I've got a cold spot. I do have a humidity issue in my attic. I did go up into my attic to get the Christmas stuff. By the way, don't keep your Christmas stuff in the attic, but if you do, you do. And I did notice while I was up there, because while I was up there, I figured I would see how much insulation I had. There's only 3 inches, and I didn't realize 3 inches wasn't ample. So the show is really helpful, and you coming on the show is very helpful as well, Tom, so thank you for doing that. But you're right. What happens is people kind of sell themselves. They go, oh, I didn't know that.
Exactly.
And now I know that, and oh, you mean if I spend a little bit of money, I'll be more comfortable. and I'm going to improve the value of my home and save money, it actually makes me money. There are very few home improvements that make you money if you're going to continue living there.
Right. It kind of goes back to that where I was saying that insulation never stops working. If you put new granite countertops in, just to say in your kitchen, and 5 years from now, like, well, granite's out. Now it's silestone, or now it's quartz, or now it's concrete countertops. So then rip them out again. Where insulation, it's a one-time deal. Once you do it right and it's in there, it's not something you have to keep doing over and over. I think I've been in my house 15 years. I insulated it properly when we first moved in, and but I've repainted a house 3 or 4 times inside, just changing some colors on walls and ripped out the cabinets. I mean, stuff that maybe just it uglied out or just wasn't in style.
Yeah.
So
Insulation's
insulation,
always in style.
It's always in style.
I bet most people don't even know what they have up there for insulation, because I've heard people call into the show before, and Tom the Attic Fanatic will say, "Hey, what do you have up there now?" Well, I don't know.
Oh, I don't go up there.
Well,
I've actually been to some houses, and I was at a lady's house, and she's lived there for like 40 years. And I said, before I went up there, I said, well, what's it like or anything? And she's like, I've never been up there. I'm like, you've been here for 40 years, never looked, didn't even peeked.
Wow.
I'm like, you want to come up? Oh, no, I don't want to go up there. I'm like, well, I'll take a couple pictures while I'm up there so you can see what it looks like.
Kind of a mystery.
Yeah, it was. And of course, there was hardly any insulation. It was horrible. But people don't know. It's one of those things you look up, you see the sheetrock on your ceiling, and you think, well, whatever's above that must be okay. And I'd say 8 out of 10 times, that's very far from the truth.
Tom is joining me here, the Attic Fanatic, Koala Insulation, 281-677-3080. Tom has been in the business for a very long time. Tom, how long have you been in the attic business?
About 16, 17 years.
Oh, wow.
I started off in the home improvement industry, and we moved into efficiency kind of things. 2005, 2006, 2007, we were really starting to really do a lot of efficiency things. Economy was kind of down, and people weren't doing home improvements, but they wanted their houses to be more efficient. And then we got into it, and it's like, this makes a lot of sense. And I felt like nobody else in the industry was really doing it correctly. So I got into that and just learned more and more about it. And now I'm an attic fanatic.
You are an attic fanatic. We're here just before break. When we come back after break, I want you to talk to me about the energy savings calculator in terms of a solar attic fan and how that works, because you've got some really neat numbers.
Right.
And so I want to learn more about that, and I know my listeners do as well. So we're going to talk about the solar attic fan in the next segment, but right now we're kind of going to wrap up this deal with the attic insulation. Give that out one more time.
Yeah, so normally $1.25 a square foot, 99 cents a square foot. We'll come out and do a free measurement, and then we'll also throw in a free attic stairway insulator, which is a $299 value with any of our insulation projects.
All right, excellent. We'll be right back right after this on Check A Pro Radio. Stand by.
Do you have a question for Check-A-Pro Joe? Email Joe at checkapro.com.
Hi, friends. Check-A-Pro Joe here. Are you tired of spending so much money on your utility bills? Is your home comfortable, or do you feel all the drafts in your home? Well, I have a quick economical solution. What is it, you ask? Koala Insulation. Yes, Koala Insulation is a premier home insulation company focused on being prompt, knowledgeable, and trustworthy. Call now for a free attic inspection. Call 281-677-3080. That's 281-677-3080.
Hey, Houston, if you own a home, you need to check out the Check-A-Pro VIP Club Card from checkapro.com. For the past 12 years, Check-A-Pro has been the choice of Houstonians to find local professionals from AC repair, handymen, electricians, roofers, and more. And if you become a Check-A-Pro VIP Club member, you'll get the VIP treatment from every Check-A-Pro service provider. With over 100 local pre-qualified home service providers serving you at checkapro.com, you have access to Houston's best contractors, and your home improvement project will be their #1 priority. As a VIP club member, you move right to the top of their list and receive the VIP treatment you deserve. Plus, club members save $25 on services provided by Check-A-Pro vendors when you show them your VIP card. Just go to checkapro.com to sign up. And for a limited time, your lifetime membership is free. That's right, free. Log on to checkapro.com to get your free VIP card now. That's checkapro.com.
Check-A-Pro Joe here. You may not know this. The natural stone in and around your home can look like new again. Today, more and more homeowners are installing natural stone in their homes. What is natural stone? Granite, marble, travertine, and many other varieties of stone. Natural stone is beautiful. Just because your stone is dull, scratched, etched, or broken doesn't mean you have to replace it or live with it. Call Mark from Jewel Stone Services now. Mark will come to your home for a free, no-obligation consultation. Mark will look at your stone project, whether it's polishing or repairing, and give you a no-obligation quote. Call Mark at Jewel Stone Services now. 281-377-8318. That's 281-377-8318. Ask Mark for the $25 Check-A-Pro VIP discount to save on your project. Call Mark from Jewel Stone Services now at 281-377-8318 or simply visit checkapro.com to learn more.
If you want to get a home improvement project done but don't know who to call, I can help. This is Sebastian Gorka. Log on to checkapro.com. You can find pre-qualified contractors for just about any home improvement project at checkapro.com. 15 years ago, Jim Clouk, a.k.a. Check-A-Pro Joe, started Check-A-Pro here in Houston. Contractors must meet a rigorous pre-qualification process. Jim and his team pre-qualify all 100-plus contractors on his website by checking insurance, licenses, and references. The website is super simple. Just go to checkapro.com, then select the service you require. You'll find everything you need to feel confident about hiring a contractor and getting your project done right. And sign up for the free $25 VIP club card. This is a fantastic deal. Hang on to it and use it every time you hire a Check-A-Pro contractor. Check out checkapro.com. That's checkapro.com.
Need a plumber? An electrician? How about a roofer? You found the source right here on the Check-A-Pro radio show.
I'm taking what they're giving because I'm working for a living.
This is the Check-A-Pro radio show, sponsored by checkapro.com. To find pre-qualified local service providers, click on checkapro.com. Here's your host, the man with a hard hat and tool belt, Check-A-Pro Joe.
And we're back. I've heard that we have one more slot for an appointment, no obligation appointment, 281-677-3080, for a 6-inch ad of blown-in insulation to make you more comfortable this holiday season. It's ordinarily $1.25 a square foot, only 99 cents. That's a great deal. If you have a 2,000 square foot house, Tom, and it's 2 stories, how many feet in the attic?
About 1,000. It depends if it's a true 2-story or a 1.5 story, but generally we'd say 1,000. But we'll measure it when we get out there. But that give you a real close idea.
So 1,000. So that's only $990.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Not bad.
And a free stairway insulator valued at $299. So you actually have an example here. Why don't you go over that example, 1,000 square feet?
Yeah, so I did a 1,000 square foot example to give everybody kind of an idea what this actually costs. Because some people are like, well, what's insulation cost? It's like a $5,000 project, $10,000, and what are we dealing with? I'm like, no, it's more like 1,000. But so basically I did this on 1,000 square feet attic. Normally it would cost $1,250 at $1.25 a square foot, so that's $1,250. And then $299 for the stairway insulator. So your total out-of-pocket cost normally would be $1,549. With our show special today, it would just be $990 because you're getting the stairway insulator for free. We discounted the insulation from $1.25 to 99 cents for a 6-inch ad of insulation. So, if you had a 2,000 square foot attic, basically you would just double that price and you'd be a little under $2,000 to do that size of an attic. But if that's a 2,000 square foot attic in a 2-story house, that's like a 4,000 square foot house. It's a big house. So that's about as bad as it would get.
Wow. That's over a $550 break in price.
Yes.
That's nuts.
No, that's good. That's
okay.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, 281-677-3080, and we'll wrap that up. Let's go into the solar attic fan.
Oh, good. My favorite part. Solar ventilation is basically what the solar attic fan is. Well, I call it a turbocharger for your attic. What it does is it increases the airflow. So air coming in through your soffit vents and pulling the heat out of the attic. So the whole idea is to lower your attic temperature 20, 30, 40 degrees in some cases. So what we're trying to do is get your attic within 5 to 15 degrees of the outside ambient temperature. So if it's 100 degrees outside, so say we're in July, it's 100 out, the attic shouldn't be more than 110, 115 degrees. But we'll see attics that are 150, 160, 170 degrees of temperature. And now what that does is it just heat soaks your ductwork, the air conditioner itself, the shingles can delaminate. It's all kinds of problems. It's just too much heat, and that takes its toll on all of your mechanical issues in your attic over time. So it kind of breaks that stuff down. But the biggest thing is it costs a ton of money to air condition a house like that when you have a super hot attic. The lower the attic temperature, the more efficient and the more comfortable the house becomes. So I have a t-shirt that says it's all about attic temperature because that's the main thing. The closer that is to the ambient temperature, the lower the energy bills are. So we can do that just by adding and correcting that by adding a solar fan or two, depends on how big the attic is. We'll come out, same thing, we'll get a measurement and we'll see how many cubic feet of air that's actually in your attic. We'll get the height, the width, the length, and get a measurement, and we'll get you the right size fan so that we're getting the right air volume. You might need one fan, might need two. Generally, one or two is all you need. And we have a great deal on that. Just quick, I have a energy savings calculator that we've just designed, and it kind of shows people what they could save on their energy bill. So just say your average energy bill was $200. So basically what it says here is with your first year of energy savings and your tax credit, because you do get the tax credit, you would save $760 over the first year. The first year is the best because you get the tax credit and the energy savings, and it makes the house more comfortable immediately. So that almost pays for the fan the first year. But over 5 years, you're saving about $2,200. And then I've taken it all the way out to 30 years. So basically the life of a roof, because the fan has a lifetime warranty. Over 30 years, you're looking at about $11,000 in energy savings by adding the proper ventilation and getting the attic temperatures down. It's just huge. That $11,000 will buy you a brand new roof in 30 years.
Oh, my gosh.
So I tell a lot of roofers, like, put the fans in when you put a roof on, and you'll have the only roof that will actually pay for itself over time just from all the energy savings. That's how powerful these solar fans are in lowering your attic temperature and making the house more comfortable.
Wow.
So it's huge.
That is absolutely huge. If you have interest in the solar attic fan, you have a deal on that as well. So
I do.
Explain to my listeners what the fan costs. You have a Check A Pro Radio Show discount, and then there's a 26% federal energy tax credit.
Right. So just a couple quick things about the fan. As a lifetime warranty, so this is a one thing and one and done as well. And it's a lifetime warranty, lifetime product. Has adjustable panel, comes on with the thermostat, comes on at 85 degrees, and also has a humidity sensor, so it makes our product really unique. As far as the pricing, normally it's $1,095 installed, and we're doing a $200 discount today, so that brings it down to $895. That's the day, when we install the fan, it'll be $895. But then you get the 26% federal energy tax credit, which is $233, or a total out-of-pocket cost of $662. So basically, you started with a fan that was almost $1,100 installed. Your total out-of-pocket cost is $662. So that would pay for itself with this energy savings basically in 1 year. It's incredible. So now's the time to do it. Get that 26% energy tax credit.
Wow, that's huge. Okay. Should they call now?
They should if they want to get their ventilation. But when we do the attic analysis, we'll do that. And if you do need insulation and a fan, you can get both of the deals at the same time.
Okay.
So it's not either. You can get both. So if you want to get a fan and you want to get insulation, you need a stairway insulator. Boy, I tell you, now's the time to do it.
That's like a $299 value for the insulator, $200 off from the Check A Pro Radio Show deal, and then what the government gives back, which is about another $200. So if they needed some insulation and the fan, they're saving, let me see, $730 some odd dollars.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you bought the fan normally $1,095 plus that insulation without the deal, you'd be at $2,600. Here you're looking at with the discount, with the tax credit, it's about $1,650.
I'd highly recommend it.
So now's the time for sure.
I have the solar attic fan. I've got 3 of the insulators because I've got 3 different attic entrances to 3 different attics.
Yep.
And I got the blow-in insulation that you did.
Yep.
And I got a fantastic deal. I'm excited. I'm happy. I really like investing in things that are the right thing. So some people want to buy sexy stuff that's glittery and shiny. That's okay, but I like to save money and be comfortable. It's my responsibility to save money for my family and to make sure they're comfortable in the home. And I've done that with the solar attic fan and with the attic stairway insulators, which, by the way, you're giving away for free if people get the insulation.
Right.
And, of course, the insulation, all important. All those things are very important. So here is the phone number, 281-677-3080, 677-3080. Have someone from Koala come out to your home for a free attic analysis. It could be Ray, it could be Tyler, it could be Ben, it could be Sean. It goes down the list.
Yes, exactly. So depending on where you live. So I like to say we're kind of your neighborhood insulation company because we're all over town. We're not just in one location, so we can service our customers better. Like I said, so we're not going down to Huntsville and then out to League City and then out to Sealy or something in one day. It's crazy.
Yes.
So it's a big city. It's a big market. So basically, if you're hearing us on the radio, we're in your area.
Exactly. We have someone in your area, or you have someone in the area Okay, 281-677-3080 is the phone number. The free attic analysis, you really can't go wrong. You know, roofers do a free roof inspection. A lot of people think it's a scam, but it's really not. A roofer will come out and give you a free roof inspection.
Yeah.
And they can't sell you a new roof with your insurance unless your insurance company approves it. So there's not a scam. I mean, if they think something's wrong, they'll help you with your insurance company get you a new roof. And trust me, the insurance company is not going to give you a new roof unless the insurance company thinks you need a new roof. When Tom and his team come out to give you a free attic analysis, they're not going to sell you anything that you don't need. It's pretty simple. If they say that you need 5, 6, 8 inches of insulation and you go up there and you measure 18 inches already, you don't need any more insulation, right?
Exactly. That's why we do the analysis. We get, a lot of times we'll go out, well, I wouldn't say a lot of times, but, we do go out from time to time. We'll get to a customer's house and their insulation's good, the ventilation's good, and they really don't need anything, and we'll just tell them, you're fine. Normally they need insulation or some more ventilation, but, sometimes they don't, and we're there to just straight shoot it. It is what it is what I always say.
It's it's simple. I mean, it's not like a mechanical thing where people are like, well, does it really cost so much to fix my dishwasher?
Right.
Do I really need a new water heater? Go up there, measure your attic, measure the depth, make your own decision, right?
Exactly.
It's really simple. 281-677-3080. Tom, the Attic Fanatic, thank you once again for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll have you back in the studio again soon.
Sounds good.
Thanks for listening. We'll be back before you know it right here on Checo Pro Radio. Have a great day. Is your house cold? Are your electric bills high? Did you answer yes to either question? Then call Koala Insulation at 281-677-3080. Koala Insulation focuses on you, the homeowner. With a clean, prompt, knowledgeable, and trusted team here in Houston, Koala Insulation is here to help. Get a free DraftMaster attic stairway insulator, a value of $299, with the purchase of either attic insulation or a solar attic fan. Be one of the first 6 callers to get in on the insulation and solar attic fan deal. Call now, 281-677-3080. That's 281-677-3080. Don't spend another minute in your uncomfortable home or another dime on high utility bills. Koala Insulation is a pre-qualified home service provider at Checo Pro. Call now to be more comfortable and to save money. 281-677-3080. That's 281-677-3080. Oh, and don't forget to ask for your free attic stairway insulator. Enjoy comfort and save money. Call Koala Insulation today.
Hello?
Hi, honey. I love our new home, but it needs work.
No problem. Just go to checkapro.com. Look up what you need by category. This site pre-qualifies service providers.
Pre-qualifies?
Yeah, Checkapro checks references on all its members.
Okay, let's see. Home remodeling, roofers, garage door repair, and landscapers. Oh, look, I can email the companies right from their profile. That must be Checker Pro.
From AC repair to window replacement, Checker Pro is your source for pre-qualified service providers.
How's your front door looking? Faded? Dried out? Lost its color? Well, that's normal wear and tear here in the Houston heat and humidity. Checker Pro Joe here to let you in on a little secret. That secret? It's sturdy doors. My friend Julian Stern from Sturdy Doors Front Door Refinishing can bring your old wood door back to life. Your standard 6-foot 8-inch wood front door can be refinished for only $299. Call now and get a $50 discount voucher towards upgrades. This is a great deal. Under $300 to get your wood front door refinished. The refinishing is done on site in less than 1 day, and you'll get a $50 savings voucher. This is fantastic. Call Sturdy Doors now for your free $50 discount voucher. Call Sturdy Doors at 281-377-4945. That's 281-377-4945. Or simply check them out at checkapro.com.